Hey, how are you today? Welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Shonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, I am back in North Carolina, actually at the grandparents' beautiful holiday weekend. And I figured one thing that I could do for my fellow busy bosses out there was to jump on here and talk about inflation busters versus income boosters. We want to dig into things you can do to essentially recession proof your business. So I am getting myself all the way together here as I hang out on the at the grandparents this weekend and check in with you all. So, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome to see you here, my dears. Feel free to check in with me and let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful day today, in this beautiful world today. And of course, if you are catching me on the replay side, you can always drop into the comment box hashtag replays rock. So, let's talk. Prices is up, paychecks is low. I know you already know, right? So we have to talk about in this economy, what are some things that you can do to work on those challenging things when it comes to inflation, and also making sure that you are not just sustaining your income, but boosting your income. I want to make sure that you're not just surviving, but actually thriving in every single economy. So, I want to intentionally talk to you about a few things because that's been on my mind for the last couple of months, as I'm sure it's been on your mind too. And as a matter of fact, I actually have a series that I will be releasing. I've been working on it for the last couple of months just on this topic, specifically inflation busters versus income boosters. So we're going to jump right into the conversation and I'm going to share some of those recommendations with you. And of course, feel free to check in. And if you have any personal recommendations of things that you're currently doing when it comes to inflation busters versus income boosters to make sure that you and others like us, fellow busy bosses and entrepreneurs, are thriving in this and every economy. So, strategy number one. The first thing that I want to do is to talk to you about the cash flow crunch. Cash flow crunch. So, this is an opportunity for you to really sit down, look at where your money is going, reassess so you can move forward. Okay. So, let's dig into the first one, the cash flow crunch. Okay. So, there are three buckets that I want you to be able to think about your income, think about your expenses, think about where your money is going, and put them in these three buckets. Okay. We have essentials, obviously, those things that you cannot live without. We have non essentials, right? And we have indispensable. Okay. So we want to look at those three categories when it comes to where your money is going, your essentials, your non essentials, those things that are essentially indispensable. You cannot do without them. Okay. Those are, hey, good morning, good morning. Those are the first things that I want you to look at. Because essentially, when it comes to the first thing, which is this conversation around cash flow crunch, I want you to identify where you can cut back things, where you can cut out things, or where maybe you can cut corners to work against the rising prices of pretty much everything. Okay. So, when it comes to this particular strategy, especially when it comes to right now, when you're starting off a new month, one of the things that I like to do when it comes to this particular strategy is assess, especially in the business, where are funds going? What can I cut back on? What can I either downgrade? What can I pause? Because some things you can cancel them, but some things, honestly, you don't have to cancel them. A lot of companies, because they want to make sure that they can keep your business, they will either give you a cut back, reduced rate and say, oh, okay, based on where you are, instead of you leaving us completely, do you want this particular package, number one? Or, okay, totally understand. Do you want to pause your payments for maybe 1 or 2 or 3 months? Number two, right? So the first thing that we're talking about here when it comes to inflation busters, bust that by freeing up more of your income so that you have revenue that you can do other things with. Look at your cash flow crunch, okay? What's essential, what's non-essential, what's indispensable, you absolutely cannot live without. And those non-essential things, it's time to see what you can cancel, what you can pause, what you can downgrade to help you do what you need to do to move forward, okay? That's number one. Number two, okay? Let's talk about here. The next thing that I want to share is Superpower Services. Okay, Superpower Services. Why do I call it a superpower service? Because when we think about indispensable things or super, super, super essential things, right? Doesn't matter what economy, we can't live without those things. We need them. You need a roof over your head. You need food to eat. These are indispensable. So, what I want you to do, especially those of you who are like me, you're service professionals, I want you to identify things that make you an essential part of your clients and your customers' lives. Certain services that you offer that, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, where we are in the economy, they're always going to need you. Right. So, for example, I was working with one of my clients and she's a non techie. And we were doing a session working on different updates for her website, uploading products, setting up pages, looking at her graphics and all the things. And she was like, this is why you're never going to be out of work. Because we always are going to need you, Lashonda, to help us through to figure out these pieces, the craziness of technology and getting this stuff done, right? And as a matter of fact, as I share that story with you, one of the things that I've really been digging into is the different types of services that I offer. So I'm going to explain that to you. I get on the phone and talk to people all the time about their business. Anybody else, coach, consultant, you get on the phone and you could think to yourself, okay, pay me X dollars to talk to me for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes, da, da, da. But it's actually more intricate than that. You have to start to really hone in on your superpowers, on the specific kind of conversations that you have over the phone, the specific kind of offerings and services that you provide over the phone or virtually online via Zoom or webinar presentation. Because when you get clearer and laser focused on who you are and what you do, that value becomes indispensable. So back in the day, I used to say, okay, get on the phone, talk to me, ask me questions. I give you answers, right? Now, those types of calls, I have maybe 1,000 of them. So let me explain. So I have implementation calls, right, where we get on and we literally implement different things that people want to work on in their business, right? We do tech things, we do funnels, we do marketing. I have strategy sessions where we map out and plan what they're going to do versus the implementation sessions where we actually do the things they need to do, right? And those are different from the clarity sessions when people are picking my brain, they're asking me questions, and I'm giving them next step solutions. You see what I'm saying? There are different types of calls that I'm having. And when you want to be in a space where you're not only thinking about, okay, how do I boost the inflation and deal with all the raising prices and the chaos of the recession and the economy and all of those things, that's number one. But number two, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, what you need to do is to ensure that your doors do not close, that you are always essential, right? What is indispensable about a particular service, coaching, or consulting that you offer in a way that other people always say, listen, where's the debit card? Where do I pay? I need that right now. I need that today because I need you to help me. So whatever it is that you're offering, and I see you guys are popping into the chat. Awesome. Let me get my eyes. They're on here somewhere. Whatever you guys are offering, you got to start to get clear about the specifics of your offer. Because some of you are offering coaching or consulting, calls like me, services, but it's general. And it's in some cases I get it because when you're just starting out on a particular service or coaching package, you're just kind of putting in things there that you think you can do. You kind of have to hone your skill. And I've been doing coaching and consulting. I've been doing calls for many years. So I've honed that skill. But the more laser focused you can get on the things you can offer to clients, the better that will be for them and for you too. Hey, so let's see. Hey, Lavon is in the building. Welcome, welcome. Great rising to you. I always say it. I always cannot pronounce Worcester. Massachusetts. See, I'm tongue tied already. Good morning. Good morning to you, Anessa. Hey, Kia. Kia is in the building. Awesome to have you guys here. So, when it comes to income boosters, I want you to be able to, again, really figure out what your superpower is. Identify your best superpower service. Okay. So, there are a couple of things that I want you to do when it comes to this one in particular, right? Uh, I want you to think about for yourself things that you can say, I can do it for them or I can do it with them. Okay. So you have DWY, done with you services, and DFY, done for you services, things that doesn't matter what time of year, what economy we're in, people absolutely need from you. And by the way, for those of you who are in a space where you have techie things that you're trying to figure out how to do on your website or in your business and they're driving you crazy, you can get what I call my tiny tech support sessions, where literally you and I work on your projects together so that I can help you move forward. And you can find those tiny tech sessions over at sistasense.com/TTS, which stands for Tiny Tech Sessions. Okay. Sistasense, that's me, sistasense.com/TTS. Okay. So, first, we talked about inflation buster number one, which is to crunch your cash flow, right? Where is your cash flowing out of? How can you either pause, downgrade, cancel a few things to have more money to work with? Looking at your essential versus non essential expenses. That was inflation buster number one. Income booster number two, for those of you who are like myself, you're coaches or service professionals, you really want to think about those indispensable things that you offer to people that they're always going to need from you, right? Take those services, take those things that you're offering and get really specific about the person who essentially desperately will always need those things from you. Number two. Number three, the next thing that I want us to do is I want us to, this is a good one. This is a good one. So the next thing that I want to do is to talk to you of things that you you remove completely, right? So I just talked about things that maybe you could cut back on. I want to talk about things that you can cut out completely. Now, because I am a service professional and I work at home, don't hate me for saying this, okay? I get it. Gas prices are crazy. And I feel for you. I feel for my hubby too, because he has to go to work, right? I work at home. And so, other than me dropping off my son to school and it's the summer right now, or going to run errands, gas I've been able to cut back on significantly, right? And so one of the things that honestly I encourage folks to do is to figure out either in your particular company, can you work remotely? My sister has been promoted several times. She works at a bank in New York, which is awesome. And a lot of her days now are remote versus going into the office, which obviously cuts down on gas costs so much, right? Significantly, especially for somebody like who lives in New York, right? Which is crazy expensive. I'm sad about prices going up on gas in North Carolina. And New York is a whole other situation, right? Let me know where you are, by the way, and what gas prices look like in your area. But I say that to say, you need to be in a situation where either you can find out how you can start to work remotely more, or you can officially transition to working for yourself full time at home or wherever you are. Because a lot of people have a work from anywhere, WFA lifestyle, where they could be at home, they could be at the beach, they can be traveling internationally. I'm a mommy, so I'm pretty much a homebody. But that can help you cut back on some of these expenses. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go out and pay for lunch and pay for gas and all the things. Now, keep in mind, here's something that I've done, and y'all can let me know if you've tried this as well. Even though I don't drive a lot, I have also cut back on my driving significantly. Like I used to like to do my little fun trips like 2, 3. When you in the South, driving 2, 3 hours is nothing because everything is a drive, right? But I've cut back on those things just because of the increase in gas prices, just to be conscious of that, right? Number one. But number two, one of the things that I absolutely love right now is the Walmart Plus program. I've always been an Amazon Prime girl, but Walmart Plus has absolutely changed my world. Have you guys heard about Walmart Plus? So I think they launched it last year or within the last couple of years. And essentially, it gives you the opportunity to get a couple of things. For me, number one, delivery has changed the game for me. So outside of the fact that I barely drive, I don't have to drive even to get things from Walmart because they deliver them to my house, and I'm saving like gangbusters. And literally, I think for me, not even that for me, but I think about my mom, who lives in Florida. I can deliver stuff to her house. She's an older woman without her having to go to Walmart and pick stuff up. Um, you can do curbside where you pick it up at Walmart, or you can have them physically deliver it to you, which is what I tend to do. And it's very, very convenient. If you have not tried it, try this. I'm going to gift you $20. You can go over to SistaSense, SistaSense.com. That's me /TW. It'll give you a, what is it? TWP. There we go. TWP stands for Try Walmart Plus. It's going to give you a trial to see if you like it. And in addition to that trial, you'll get a $20 good towards your purchases, which pretty awesome. So try it out. Like I said, it's a monthly service that essentially it's convenient because you don't necessarily have to go out and spend gas or time. One of the reasons why I like it, outside of being able to cut back on gas, to have food and stuff sent and delivered to my mama, even though I live in North Carolina and she lives in Florida. Um, Also, I don't have to, and this is my lazy girl coming out, I don't have to pick up those big old cases of water and be lugging stuff to the car. They do all that and they send it to me, and I do my due diligence. I tip my driver, and I I'm happy. They're happy. I'm happy. I don't have to spend money on gas. Bam, bam, boom. Off to the next thing. So when it comes to another inflation buster for me, like I said, you want to think about those things that you can cut back on, or things that you can cut out completely. If you can start to either remotely work or transition to the point where you are working your business and you don't have to work for somebody else and you can work from home, bless God. That's where you need to be. And again, like I said, side note, if you do want to try out Walmart Plus, if it's not something that you're familiar with, if it's available to you in your location, oh my gosh, it's been a game changer for me. It pays for itself, basically. And you can try it out through me over at sistasense.com /TWP for Try Walmart Plus. Okay. So let's dig into another income booster, because I'm just kind of going income buster, income booster, income buster, income booster, and flipping them for you. Okay. So far we've done 3. Let's go into another one that can work for you. This is a good one. This is a good one. So I just mentioned to you the Walmart Plus program, right? And to me, it has been a lifesaver. It's convenient. I don't have to spend money in gas, and it is ridiculously inexpensive, right? One of the things that makes it a game changer, not just for you, but for Walmart too, is that it's a subscription program. They already got you. You're going in, you're buying your groceries, but now they have this added service that they're tapping into to create another stream of revenue, right? So if you want to boost your income, one of the things that you should be doing is integrating at least one new subscription program into your business to boost your income. This is a big one for me. Okay. Every year, I have at least one new subscription offer that I share, and I do different types of subscriptions. Number one, I do subscription plans, right? Which is when you have an offer like a high price point offer and you break it up into installments so that I'll know that there will be a group of people who are paying me either for, depending upon the subscription, anywhere between 3 to 6 months, breaking it up, right? But it's a finite subscription. So offering people subscription pricing on a particular high price point package, that's number one. Or just creating a subscription program, that's number two. I don't know if you've seen this, but I have a digital ebook on sistersense.com/books. And I teach simple subscription programs that you could literally put together today. Okay. That is an example of one, integrating subscription pricing into your high ticket items so that you can boost your income and have more revenue coming in. And then number two, tongue tied, thinking about a particular subscription program that you can start, a simple one. Okay, a simple subscription program that you can start and integrate into your business. So I'll give you an example. I'm always creating designs and things in Canva. So was it last year? Either last year or the year before last, I started what I call my template club over at sistersense.com/TTC, which stands for the Template Club. Every month, I give my entrepreneurs who are subscribed to the Template Club new templates. And I think the next set of templates should be coming out within the next day or two because I do it every single month on a specific day. Okay. It's one of several subscription programs. If you want to boost your income, you've got to have a certain foundation of reoccurring revenue, of people who are consistently invested in the things that you sell and the things that you do. Okay. So I said to you, when it comes to boosting your income, one strategy I shared with you is having an indispensable super service that doesn't matter what economy we're in, people need from you. Really getting very clear and specific about what that looks like for your ideal customers. And then here, number two, I'm saying to you, take a page out of Walmart's book, right? Outside of just simply trying the Walmart Plus program, how are you going to do something similar where you're integrating some sort of subscription based program into your business? Digital subscriptions, listen, everybody's doing it. Everybody's. I've signed up this year to, and you guys can let me know if you've seen this. Oprah has a new one called Oprah Daily. And, she's got her own magazine. She's repurposed quite a few of those issues and then given access to a lot of her best content. And you can subscribe to the Oprah Daily experience. It's an annual thing and it's really cheap. It's not something that you're like, oh my God, this is super, super expensive. It's pretty inexpensive. If you're just I signed up for it because I just kind of wanted to check it out and see all the goodies that was inside of it. But it wasn't like, oh my God, this is a huge, it's really nominal. But when you have a solid customer base and you sign up for things like this, or rather, when you have a solid customer base and you create things like this for them, you have the opportunity to create another revenue stream from your favorite or your best fans, customers, and followers. Okay. So that is another income. What's the word I'm looking for? Income booster. That's another income booster that I want to share with you. Okay. So let me pause for a second here just to kind of pop into the chat. And for those of you who are catching me on the replay side, always feel free to, pop in here and chat with me, and then I'll come back and check your chat as well. Once I'm done with this live stream, I'll make sure to create a page. It's not done yet. I have to go make it. But over at sistersense.com/IB for both income busters and inflation boosters, because they're both IB. So sistersense.com/IB. All the resources that I'm sharing with you now, I'll make sure to put on that page so you have a convenient page to go to. Because I know I'd be dropping these links like I'd be dropping lyrics. I am lyrically inclined. I'd be like, sistersense.com/da da 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 da. Sometimes you may not be able to catch all of them. So just catch this one, write it down, sistersense.com/IB, and I'll make sure to post all of the things that I'm sharing with you here on a free resource page there. Okay, I'll do that a little bit later today. Yes, I love Oprah Daily. Yes, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. You get some of her guides, some of her mega guides. You get instant access to that. You get to log in and check out some really interesting things in the back. And then she sends out exclusive invitations to lives and things that she's doing. So it's pretty cool. So if you do nothing else, and I'm curious, for those of you who are here, whether you're catching me live or via the replay, do you have at least one subscription offer or one subscription pricing package that you made available to your audience? I'm just curious. Let me know. Do you have at least one of those things? I do that for pretty much everything. Like I have, for example, an upcoming workshop here in North Carolina, the Put Yourself There Out There 3-day online marketing experience. And it's a registration for a 3-day workshop. And there is a pricing so that you can pay in full, and there's pricing so that you can pay in two parts, right? So, pretty much for most of my offers, when they are upwards of $2, $3, $4, $500, I create payment plans for them so that I'm integrating subscription pricing into pretty much all of what I do. So if you don't have that, I say you should start doing that for, especially for your high ticket offers. Having subscription the ability to create subscriptions using Stripe and PayPal, so you have both, I think is important. And if you don't have those things, you should look into it. Again, as I mentioned before, the two that I'm sharing with you when it comes to creating subscription programs to boost your regular sustainable income, you want to think about both subscription pricing and also subscription programs. They're different, both useful. How can you integrate those into what you do? Let me know if you have any questions about that. You can always email sistersense@gmail.com, number one. And number two, you can find my book on simple subscription programs. I think it includes 5 examples of what you can put together. That is at sistersense.com/books. So you can go to my book library and look for the one that's called Simple Subscription Programs. Okay? Bam. So let me know. I am creating one now. Okay, good. Yes, okay. For those of you who do have one, let me know what kind of subscription you have. If you have like a pricing, like an installment plan, or you have a package. And if you feel free, if you want to share your offer and pop that link into the chat box so that we can see, feel free to do that as well. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. Okay. So let's see. How many of these am I going to share with you? Because it is warm, which is why I try to do these things in the morning. I'm on the lawn, the backyard. Yes, in the backyard by the grandparents. Um, but the sun is coming, so I don't want to be doing this forever. Oh my gosh, this is such a good one. This is such a good one. Okay, so we are talking about, like I said, inflation busters versus income boosters. Okay, so anybody into couponing? Couponing is really not my thing. Like I do not cut coupon. It is not my thing. When I say it's not my thing, it is not my thing. But what is my thing is I'm an app girl. Like I absolutely love apps that work for me, and I absolutely love convenience. So the Walmart Plus app is pretty convenient. Absolutely love it, right? One of the things that I am coming to love, especially in this economy, is digital coupons. I don't have to cut nothing. It's instant. And on top of the digital coupons, being able to get cash back as well that you can then use, it's like gravy for me. So, a couple of places that I find have digital coupons, and there's this sister girl on YouTube that I swear by. She's called One Cute Couponer. Absolutely love her. I just like watching her videos. Some of my personal favorites are the ones that she does on Walgreens. Y'all let me know if you watch her. If you don't, go to YouTube, you can find her. One Cute Couponer. Um, I love her little theme song too. I be jamming out to it every time her videos start. She's just the cutest. She really is one cute couponer. So anyway, um, Walgreens has a lot of those. Target has a lot of those as well, where they'll have promotions, and if you spend a certain amount of money, you'll get a $5 rewards or a $10 rewards. I was just listen. I don't have it on, but I do have it with me. I got two pieces from Tabitha Brown's new collection. So cute. So I'm loving all of the little Target cute outfits that they have. But one of the outfits, not Tabitha's, there was another one that I bought this summer, and I got this thing for like $10. It was $25, but number one, they had an instant discount. They had a rollback on it. Number one, I think they took off like $5, and then I had like $10 in Target rewards. So I think I got the thing for like $10. And then on top of that, Target has their red card that I think gives you free shipping and either 5 or 10% off. I'm pretty sure it's 5% off. So I have my Target red card. I had $10 in cash, and they had an instant rollback, and I was like, bing bang boom, I'm off to the races. So one of the things that you may want to consider is creating a space for yourself where you are taking advantage of all of those awesome coupons. Morning, all of those awesome coupons and digital cutbacks that you can do. Target's good, Walmart's good. If you don't know how to do um, cashback rewards and digital instant coupons, check out One Cute Couponer because, again, it's not my thing, but I'm learning. So you have to keep the money that you make at any level. At any level. I remember once watching this thing on Oprah, and she's like, yeah, I watch everything. I watch everything. Like, I'm not just going to have random people spending my money and doing crazy stuff. It doesn't matter how much money you make. You have to be conscious of where your money is going and how you can keep the most of the money that you make. So I don't know if you guys are couponers. Let me know. And what particular tools or apps or things that you absolutely love. But after watching a couple of her videos, I downloaded the Walmart. I'm sorry, not Walmart, the Walgreens app. And then I can get some cool things there, get my cash back. Okay, so I'm flashing away the things that are flying, and my hair is like, bloop. Get some cash back and rewards and all the things. Smart, just smart. So, I talked to you about the Cut Coupons Challenge. For those of you who are not quite into it, you can check it out and try it. That's an inflation buster. Let's talk about an income booster. One of my favorites is comeback. Comeback coupons. Comeback coupons. Everybody here should at least once a month, no, forgive me, apologies, scratch that, once a week at the very least, be sharing a comeback coupon with your audience. Are y'all doing that? What's a comeback coupon? Basically, just what I said. It's you giving your community a coupon to something every week, at least once a week, intentionally, so that you are consistently boosting your income. Sometimes I work with clients and I love them. I love them to pieces, but sometimes people overthink their offers and their sales to the point of exhaustion, where it's taking them like 3 months to sell one thing. And if you want to consistently sell, you have to consistently sell, right? Every week, you should be posting a promotion, right? That's going to work for you and it's going to work for your customers too. comeback coupons. Now, there are a few ways that you can do comeback coupons. Number one, you can do rollbacks, where you literally go in and you roll back the price of something. So, for example, right now I have a promotion, and if you go over to sizzlesense.com/flash sale, you'll see that's an example of a rollback at sizzlesense.com/flash sale, because it's me saying, hey, you bought some goodies before. Here's an awesome thing you can get right now for a limited time. And they don't have to put any codes in there. It's just an automatic rollback discount, right? Those are pretty awesome. Those are pretty easy to do. Just go in there, change the price, bam, bam, boom, you're off to the races, right? The other way is to give people a coupon code, okay? And that works well. I'm going to be honest with you. The best coupon codes are when you put the coupon code in the link. And not all stores allow you to have that functionality, but a lot of the e-commerce platforms that I use and sell on, they do. So that when I send people to links, they have a coupon in the link and they get an automatic discount. So, for example, man, I just saw my brother-in-law. I should have been like, "Can you go get me some tissue? Because I'm starting to spits. I'm starting to dab dab dab, get a little bit glistening on the sides here. Um, where can I send you to show you an example of that? Um, I have a $5 bundle, sistersense.com/boss up. Sister Sense, SISTASENSE. I always spell, by the way, something that you should do too, especially if you have either a brand name that is long, or you say it really fast, like me, or people can misspell it, because sometimes people will spell sister and not sister with an A. So I always spell SISTASENSE.com. That's me /boss up. So my Boss Up bundle, it's an instant comeback coupon. It's in the link. It will take off. I think it takes off about $20, so you can get that bundle for $5, right? So I want you to think about that. If you want to boost your income this month, or you want to boost it this week or today, what kind of comeback coupon can you send out to your audience today? Okay. And I'm curious if any of you guys are going to try that. Which of these are you going to try? Because I've given you 3 strategies. I said, number one, you could simply go change the price of your offers, roll it back, and then send them the link so that they'll see, like, you should, when you do that, a lot of shops and e-commerce platforms allow you to put 2 different prices, your retail rate and a sale rate. So they can see like a slash between this is what it regularly costs and this is what it's like on sale if you're going to do a rollback, right? Or if you want to create a coupon for them and give it to them and say, okay, I've got this great coupon, go here, use this, number 2. Or number 3 that you can do is to if you know how to do this, if you're techie. If you're not techie, then you need to start working with me so I can help boost your tech skills, right? But a lot of platforms will allow you to just put put the coupon code in the link. So when you give them the link to that offer, they don't have to type nothing in, because the discount has already been included on the page, which is very convenient, especially for people who they go, what was the discount code? Or they misspell it. And sometimes with certain codes, if you put a lowercase versus an uppercase, the code don't work. Life gets crazy. Okay. So comeback coupons. Who's going to try that either today, this week, or this month? And which strategy are you going to try? A rollback, a coupon, or actually integrating the coupon into the link? Okay, so I'm back. Um, my iPad is like, it's too hot out here. Girl, you crazy. Bloop. It just died on me. So I've got to hold, or let's see if I can prop up my, what you call it? Let's see if I can prop up my, my iPhone real quick and then wrap up this session. That's God telling me, girl, it's hot. You need to wrap this puppy up. Okay. So where was I? Yes, one, two, three. Those rollback or comeback coupons, instant coupons. That's another thing that you can do. Okay. Hopefully that crazy pause transition didn't completely cut me off. I'm not sure. So let me do maybe one or two more of these and then come back a little later on today when it's a little bit cooler. Okay. And I feel like maybe this angle is a little dark. So let me try something. Boop. Let me not lose. There we go. I think that's a lot brighter. I just felt some breeze. I felt some really good breeze. Oh my goodness. That was nice. Whatever that was nice. Kia says, yes, digital coupons are the best. Roll back. There we go. There we go. Those are some things that you guys can think about. Okay, let me get my handy dandy notebook. Whew. No bees. No bees. Please. I don't want to flick it or swat it to piss it off. But hold on. I'm just trying to get rid of the bee and then figure out what's the last two strategies I'm gonna say share with you. Okay. I don't know. I don't know which one I want to share with you. Hold on. I can't think. My brain is like, what? Which one? Okay. I can share a couple with you. Okay. This one in particular is for those of you who are established insofar as I would say your business has been around for at least 6 months to a year, so that you have some actual income that's come in online. Okay. Explain why. So inflation, recession, you need a cash flow surge, right? One particular thing that you can look into that has been helpful to me at different times in my career as an entrepreneur is working capital. Okay. So if you need a cash flow surge and you use one of these two programs, or maybe even both of these, you can check out their working capital programs. Stripe has one and PayPal has one. So I don't even know, honestly, how much. I think that between the two of those programs, I've probably gained anywhere between 80,000 to over $100,000 in working capital over the course of several years, between PayPal working capital and Stripe working capital at different times when I've needed it. And I mean, they're very helpful. So unlike traditional loans, how working capital work is, number one, it's not based on your credit. It is based on your cash flow. So they say, okay, well, based on the amount of money, that the amount of sales that you've brought into PayPal or Stripe, respectively, this is how much money we can offer you. And it's actually It's an immediate assessment. Again, they're not checking your credit, they're checking your sales reports, right? Which is why I say this is not going to work if you're just like, yeah, I'm a new person and I have made $0. And I'll explain why. How these working capital programs essentially work is that when you're making sales, they will then take out a percentage of each sale so that you're paying them back. Could be 20, 30, 15%. How much percentage is taken out automatically per sale, you pick based on the specifications that they give you, and obviously how much you take out and how many sales you make every month determines how long it can take you to pay off working capital, right? So if you're getting a lot of sales or you're making high ticket sales, it may not take you but a few months or maybe a few weeks depending upon as my little prop up situation stops working for me, depending upon what you're selling and how often you are making sales. Okay. um I'm trying to get this thing to work for me so I can knock this out for y'all. Let me see. Let's try this. Does that work? Kind of, sort of, maybe. Okay, so for my established entrepreneurs, if you are working on trying to rise above the recession and inflation, and you do have a working business with actual customers and revenue coming in, and if you're looking for a cash flow surge and you're using either PayPal, Stripe, or a combination of the two, look into their working capital programs. Okay, again, it's not like a traditional loan. You don't have to do a credit check. Once they check your sales, they'll instantly let you know what you are applicable for, number one. PayPal, they will actually instantly deposit the funds into your account. So I would say in a matter of 20 to 30 minutes, if you are eligible for PayPal working capital, you could see how much you're eligible for and get the funds. Stripe, it takes a little bit longer. It's like not a long period, it's like maybe 3 to 5 days to go through their assessment and their underwriter, but it's a pretty straightforward process. And again, they just deposit the funds into your account and then you start the process of paying it back through your sales. So again, as you are making money, they're taking out a percentage of each sale, and that's going back to the payment of your working capital until it's completely paid off. They've worked for me in the years, and I think for some of you, it might work for you too. I've actually helped out quite a few clients to access thousands of dollars using capital. And a lot of them come back and they go, "Oh my God, Lashonda, this was a lifesaver. I didn't even know this option was available. Thank you so much." So that's something for you to consider. Okay. So let me share one more of these on you today before I have another device just completely conk out on me. Which of these inflate income boosters do I want to share? So many good ones. Okay. I think there's one that I want to share, and I'm looking for it. Give me a second. Okay. I think this is the one I'm going to do. So let's keep talking about surges. Okay. So if you need a cash flow surge, number one, you can look into working capital. If you need a cash flow surge, number two, what you can do is consider doing one of these three types of sales. There are lots of different types of sales. I'm going to drop three on you. Okay. Number one is a closeout. So last month, one of my favorite platforms, Selz, closed their doors. Amazon bought them and closed them, and they broke my heart. They broke my heart. And so because my cell store was closing and I had like 30 days left, I was like, okay, why not? I did a 90% off closeout sale. And then I did I don't want to squeeze you, but I don't want you on me. And then I did a 60% closeout sale because my store was closing. So that was something that I decided to do. If you have something that you want to close out, do a closeout sale, right? Or, there's a concept called fire sale. And fire sale, the concept actually originated from there being a fire, and then whatever was left, they needed to just kind of sell off and get rid of immediately, right? Like a very fast sale, right? A fire sale. And in the same way you think about fast or limited time sales, a lot of times we talk about flash sales, right? And I tend to do flash sales. I don't do like everything must go kind of a thing often, but I tend to do flash sales either for a couple of hours or for maybe 2 to 3 days. So you can think about either doing a flash sale, a fire sale, and you see, it does not want to work for me. Hold on. Let's try this again. Okay. You can think about either doing a flash sale, a fire sale, or a closeout sale, whatever you want to call it, whether you decide to do it today or within the next couple of days and share that with your audience. So for the holiday weekend, I always like to do these during holiday weekends. I have a flash sale over at assistance.com/flash sale, FLASHSALE. I'm doing it differently this time because I'm trying out a different strategy where every couple of hours, I switch out what the offer is. So whatever the offer is now, it's not going to be that same offer in a couple of hours. And then eventually I will just close the flash sale page until I move on to the next flash sale that I'll do at a later date in time. And so if you are again looking for a sales surge, coming up with some sort of flash sale, fire sale, or closeout sale that you can offer to your audience, like everything must go. Let's say, for example, you sell certain things and it's the summertime, you sell t-shirts and you're like, okay, well, close out. I'm not selling this particular style of t-shirt anymore, so get the last of it. Or I am not selling these t-shirts again until next summer, so get it now, as everything must go fire sale, because it's not going to come back around until next summer, right? Doing some sort of limited time and giving people a reason why you're doing it, sort of a sale, is certainly something that you can do. Okay, so there you go. I wanted to be able to share a few different things you can do when it comes to income busters versus, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place because baby girl is hot. Um, Inflation busters versus income boosters. I think I've knocked out maybe 9 or 6. I think I did 6 with you. All the links and resources I've shared with you, I'll make sure to post them on sistersense.com/IB, which stands for both income boosters and inflation busters. And of course, you can always feel free to check in with me. Email sistersense@gmail.com, or when you're there on the sistersense.com website, you can always click the gray tab on the right to send me a voice message. Last but not least, number 3, schedule a clarity call with me so you can talk about those things that you're trying to do when it comes to creating a sustainable business, a sustainable business, right? I have, by the grace of God, been able to successfully maintain my business for the last 20 plus years. I'm not closing my doors anytime soon. And I want to be able to share those practical things that I do with fellow entrepreneurs like you. So I do have an upcoming 3-day weekend workshop here in North Carolina where we are going to rock out. We're going to create 100 pieces of amazing content that you can use to expand your business brand. If you don't know about it, you can certainly just simply go over to sistersense.com. You'll see a link that says upcoming events. Click on it and register if you want to hang out with me in person. Meet me in NC so that me, you, and some of my favorite entrepreneurial women, business besties, can work on creating your Amazing. So I hope these recommendations have been helpful. Whether you watch live or via the replay, out of curiosity, drop into the chat. Let me know which, if any of these, you plan to try. And of course, I'll make sure that I'll come back on here and share some other things that you can do when it comes to generating revenue. Now, I'm going to try, sun depending, to come back and do another live later on today on one of my favorite income boosters, okay? And that is selling digital products and print on demand digital self publishing, okay? I do that in different ways. One of my favorites is to write books and share my information with my audience. If you are in a space where you want to work on creating ebooks or print books too, I encourage you to get my free ebook template. Okay. I'm going to teach you guys how to use the ebook template, and I'm thinking either I'll do that live today if it's not too hot. Um, there's enough men's in the house and chefs in the house to do the barbecue. I don't gotta do that stuff. I could just hang out with y'all. But it will be on how to set up your own ebook and how to use the ebook template, because some people get it, but they don't know how to use it. The free ebook template, by the way, is at sistersense.com/FEBT. Free ebook template, sistersense.com/FEBT. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you what it looks like in a sec. Hey, are you just hanging with me or somebody needs me?
Breakfast is ready whenever.
Breakfast is ready. Okay.
Grandpa just said just take stuff.
Do me a favor.
Uh huh.
Can you give me like 2 paper towels or something?
Okay.
Or like 3? Okay, thank you. Um, okay. So here is an example of one of my clients, Janelle Holland, janelleholland.com. And she used my ebook template. You're going to get a free version. And then if you want, you can get the big version that has over 100 pages that you can customize. It is amazing. Okay. This is Janelle's, one of hers anyway, faith strategies to get you through difficult times. Janelle is a social worker, and she does a lot of therapy sessions with clients. And so she said, I want to talk about faith-based, tongue-tied. I want to talk about faith-based strategies in my therapy sessions, for some of my clients who could use it. And so putting it together using the template. Here's a beautiful page. That was fast. Thank you very much. This page says, and we know that all things work together for the good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. Creating something where she can essentially share some of the spiritual messages that mean the most to her, that can help her clients through difficult times, and being able to have something she's put together that she can reference. A lot of these you can share the digital version, but I made them square so that you can print them out too. Here is an example of one of the ones that I created. So you'll see it's a template. You can customize it and you can do a lot of things. And when you have the big template, you have lots of different covers that you can choose from, all the things. This one is 7 weekly money making activities. If you guys want me to do this as a class, I can. I'll come back and do that, but I have to wrap up because it's hot. And literally, as you know, iPhones and iPads, when they get hot, they shut down so they can cool down. Let me show you another one. Okay, here we go. Here's one of my clients, Dr. Kira. She and I are working on her setup for sales package, setting up her courses, setting up her website, setting up her lead magnets, her landing pages, all the things. And with a publishing company, she's been working on a book. So I read through the book. I said, man, you've got some great stuff in here. This is a really good system. Let's turn it into a lead magnet. She was like, what? I don't understand. I said, I got you. A couple days later, I created this for her. She has something called the Depart Method, which is about personal transformation for career professionals and leaders. So I took that system out of her book and turned it into a lead magnet where I could explain, well, rather, she could explain what the Depart Method is. And it's actually an acronym. So we broke that acronym down into its parts, DPART, creating a space where she could explain it and they could also write in it. And then we also took it a step further and worked on her putting together a class, a training that teaches the Depart method. So this is both a digital ebook, but I made it again in a way that she could print it out too. And that's basically something that I want you to be able to do. And there are just so many square books that I have personally created that my clients get my templates and they create their own books as well. And I want you to be able to boost your income by self-publishing your own books. So let me know whether I'm live right now or you catch me on the replay if you would like to see either a training on how to use the ebook template, number one, or if you want to see a training on different weekly money making activities, number two, drop into the chat whether you're live or watching me via the replay, and I'll make sure to come back on here and check in with you guys. Until then, two things, as I mentioned before, all the resources that I've shared with you today, I'll make sure to put on the page, citizensense.com/IB for income busters versus income boosters, number one. And number two, if you want to grab the free ebook template that I've put together before we get to the class, go over to citizensense.com/FEBT, which stands for free ebook template. Okay. So that's it for now. I have like a whole series of these. These are digital, but I always say when you have digital products, print them. So some of you may be like me, you want to create your own series, right? You want to create your own series of books. Take the ebook template, run with it. The possibilities, the possibilities are endless. All right, y'all. Off to the next thing till I cool down and then come back. Mwah.